What's up, guys? I see you starting to roll in. Hey, everybody. Wade, Jonathan, I'm not scary. I don't know. Wait, I'm not scary. What's your real name? Maz Rose, Mary Jo. Hey, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ariana, Alex. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, Reed. Thank you. I was going to do this with the boys, but we have so much going on this afternoon and tomorrow that I didn't think there was going to be a time when they could jump on with me. So I decided to go ahead and do this today. Sorry for changing the times and dates on you guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you all. You guys are so sweet. Wade, yeah, do your schoolwork. Thank you for jumping on for a second. Appreciate you. We'll wait for just a second. Well, let some more people jump on. Hope you guys have been doing good. I've missed you guys. It's kind of weird to be in front of the lights again and behind the camera, but in history. Oh my God. Do your schoolwork. Thank you, Bill. I've definitely missed you guys. I don't know when we'll be back with reactions, but it won't be too long. You got to do something because just sitting here and going to the gym is getting old. I've been spending like 4 hours in the gym each session. So where it's going to pay off, it does get old after a while. Thank you guys so much. The boys have actually been doing really well. About as well as you can, as one can, but they've been really strong. They've done a really good job. Yeah, thank you, Mass. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of months, especially this last month has been it's been pretty rough. Past 3 weeks, pretty rough. Nana, just saying thank you for everyone. It's 12 o'clock now, Eastern time, where I'm located. So I guess I can start. Read 3 hours in the gym 5 days a week, but that was years ago. You see some results there, that is for sure. It's keeping me sane right now. Has been over the past couple of weeks. This live stream is to simply say thank you to all of you for leaving your comments on the community post about my dad's passing. You guys have left condolences, well wishes, prayers on that community post and in some of the video reactions. I've received messages from several of you guys on Instagram. And I haven't been able to like heart everything that I've seen because with going with the pain of losing someone, especially a parent, that's kind of one thing. So in my downtime, I have gone down the list and have hearted a lot of comments. But then, there's planning and meeting with the funeral directors and the funeral home and making sure that insurance is sorted out. Everything at the cemetery is sorted out. It's such a whirlwind with having to do everything. And then, trying to get your alone time so you can grieve. And then, you also have or your children, not just my younger sons, but also my 20-year-old daughter and my 21-year-old son. Um, so it's just really it's a lot. There have been a lot of late nights where I'm just kind of over in the living room, just looking over at the chair where he used to sit, looking over at the bed where he used to where he used to sleep and lay, and I catch myself looking over to kind of like check on him like I always did, and almost stand up to say, "Hey, Dad, can I get you anything? Are you okay?" And then I'm like, "Oh." So it hits me a little here and there, um, but there's been so much to do. Like Sunday was like he passed early Saturday morning here at the house on the bed where he was, or where he laid. Um, and then Sunday was meeting with the funeral home, getting everything sorted out. Monday was public viewing, or not public viewing, private viewing for the family, and then Tuesday was public viewing for friends to come by the funeral home. Yesterday was the funeral. Um, Today, I still have the boys. They're at school right now, but they'll be home in a little bit. So we're gonna find something fun to do this afternoon, like we always do. We used to go to a trampoline park on either Tuesday or Thursday of the week. So I'm sure we'll be jumping somewhere this afternoon. Um, and then tomorrow, I'll have them, when they get home from school. But then they'll go back to their moms, and then that's when the fun's going to begin. It'll be the first time where I'm like really kind of alone with really nothing to do. So that's when it's probably really going to start sinking in. But he's in a better place. Um, Almost 11-year bout with dementia. That is a really slow decline, and it is a really hard thing to watch. Um, but although it was pretty tough, it was definitely a blessing for the man who did everything in the world for me while I was growing up, and even into my adulthood when I was running away from responsibility. A lot of times when I was still being a 20 something year old child and not wanting to pay my car payment, or slacking on work back in those days, my dad always stepped in and helped me out, and always encouraged me to put on a better footing, that I was better than what I was doing. And through his guidance, his leadership, and him being a father, not only did I start to become a better man, I learned how to become a better father to Dylan and Kaylee at the time, and now to Caleb and Jacob. If I become half the man that my father was, then I will be a success in this life. That man raised 8 boys. Well, 8 boys, had 8 boys, raised 8 of them at the same time. I came later on. Um, but just one heck of a man. And I was blessed that he was my father. And it was definitely a blessing these last few years during his kind of steady decline, to be the one that was here with him and taking care of him, especially over this last year. It was probably last April when he started being really reliant on me more and more. He couldn't really fix his meals anymore. He had to have help with eating. His depth perception started to leave him, where he'd have a hard time, reaching his mouth. It took him a second to get to his mouth for food and drink. Um, and then he got sick back in October, and he fought back from that. And then he almost made it 4 months. But when it's your time, it's your time. And it was just a blessing to have him here and take care of him these last few months. Definitely taught me a different side of love, a different side of patience, different side of understanding. And it's all for a reason. We go through different seasons for a reason. And, we're not supposed to question what we're going through when we're going through it. Times we see after the fact. So I just, it was just a blessing. And you guys have been so amazing with your comments and your messages. I love you guys. I do, from the bottom of my heart. At this time last year, we didn't have you. And I'm so thankful to God above to have each and every one of you. You guys are so special to me and the boys. We love you so much. And I just wanted to take a moment just to say thank you. That you guys have been really encouraging and really uplifting. And it's nice to see that. I haven't been reading the comments. I'm going to look back and look at the chats. But you guys have just been absolutely amazing. This has been it's been a tough road. Particularly like the last 5 months, there's been a lot of loss the last 5 months, and it has definitely been a hard road. But you guys have been a source of positivity and love, and have really been encouragement for me to keep going with videos, and reactions will be back sometime next week. I don't know when. I can't really promise when, but it won't be too much longer because I really miss it. But just a few more days to kind of just get through being alone this weekend, just to kind of go through what that's going to be. And once I get a hold of that, I should be okay to get back in front of the camera. All right. Let's look and see what you guys have been saying. I'm going to try to hold up. What is this? Okay, show. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit and see what I'm going to read in depth later. Let me look. Hope you guys have been doing good. Rock climbing. I did think about going to Stone Mountain tomorrow. Stone Mountain is here in Georgia. If it's not raining, I was thinking about climbing that tomorrow morning. I was going to do a workout in my gym and then do that. 11 years. A long funeral. Oh, thank you. Trying to scroll through some of these. Never alone. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everybody. Phil, Maz. Thank you. I'm thinking about sharing. Would you guys like for me to share like the slideshow that they showed? It's got a bunch of pictures. It's got a bunch of pictures of my dad growing up through the years. Would you guys like for me to share that on the channel just so you can kind of get an idea about my dad and everything? I think it'd be kind of cool, but you guys let me know. That's something I'm definitely comfortable with it because I'm so proud of my dad. He's an amazing man. But if you guys, I'll upload it, and if you guys want to take a look at it, that's cool. I'm just so proud of the man that he was. He's just amazing. He's the hardest working man I've ever known in my life. I'm gonna share with you guys a story real quick about my dad. When we went for his test with dementia, he was retired from a textile plant that he used to work at. He was a mechanic and a fixer on the machines at the textile plant that he worked at. So he retired from there. But my dad was the type of person that he didn't keep up with the calendar. He didn't keep up with the dates. He didn't care about that stuff. If he woke up, he went to work 7 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day. If my dad woke up, he went to work. Didn't matter what the date was. Didn't matter any of that stuff. So my dad retired from the textile plant, and then he started to drive other seniors around on a transit bus. He would take them to their appointments and pick them up, take them to the senior center that's over here. Like, he just had a route that he used to drive other seniors around. He, to stay busy. Well, he got lost on his route one time, and he was in a town that's pretty close by, and he radioed in that he didn't know where he was, that he got lost. That was the first sign that dementia was starting to creep in. So here comes the story. I take my dad to the doctor to do a test to see if he, to see how it works, or to just to see if he kind of has dementia, like a dementia test. So, so we're in there, and you got to understand, my dad's just a nut anyway. My dad had a crazy sense of humor. So we're in there, and the doctor's like asking him, do you know what today's date is? He's like, nope. Well, do you know what day of the week it is? He said, nope. He said, do you know who the president of the United States is? He said, nope. And I'm just dying laughing because this doctor is asking him questions that I know my dad does not pay attention to. So my dad's like, nope. So he's like, do you know when your birthday is? He's like, June 10th, 1942. And then the doctor's like, you got one right. He said, Mr. King, I'm going to ask you to point to a series of things in this room. And I want you to just, when I call it out, you point to it, okay? And try your best to remember what I'm asking you to point to. My dad's like, all right. So he said, can you point to the doorknob? He points. Can you point to the cabinet? He points. Can you point to your shoelace? He points. Can you point to the clock? He points. Mr. King, what's the first thing I asked you to point to? I don't know. Mr. King, it was the doorknob. My dad said, well, if you knew what it was, why'd you ask me? I about died laughing in that doctor's office. And he was like, while you guys are laughing, he just failed his test miserably. I'm like, you asking a man who didn't pay attention to anything. If he got up, he went to work, man. This is like trivial stuff. He don't pay attention to that. But I died laughing at my dad. But sure enough, he had dementia, and that was like the first few signs of it. But I had to share that with you guys because that's just how my dad was. Like, he just didn't pay attention. He got up, went to work, and if I had a ball game or if I had something going on, he was there. But my dad was just a nut, and he showed up in the doctor's office. That was so funny to me. Was he on a schedule? Was he on a schedule? I mean, not really, because when you get into later stages of dementia, like depending on what chart you look at, there's like, I think 4 stages or 7 stages. I kind of went by the 7-stage chart. When you get to about the beginning of 6, maybe the end of 5, you start going into what's called sundowners. And that's when they kind of have their night and day flipped. They will sleep all day and will roam all night. I cannot tell you how many times we were asleep in the house and my dad was like upstairs or was like banging on my door to wake me up, or pulled my 70-inch TV down and broke it in the living room. And ooh, that was a rough day. But yeah, it was hard to keep him on the schedule. I mean, for a while he was on his regular schedule of days and nights, but then about stage 6, it flipped around where he was sundowners, and it was backwards to the point so much where I kind of had to block him off at night, to where this used to be his room, to the point to where he was in this room and he had access to the bathroom, but I had to block him off from the rest of the house because he would wake me up all night. And there were times when he would actually escape the house. And there was one time he left the house. I don't know how he did this. He was 10 miles away, and somebody that we knew picked him up. Thank God. Like, because he found a way to get out of the house. I barred the windows up. I put special locks on the doors. I would pile up furniture in front of the hallway in there so he couldn't get out to the rest of the house to wake us up at night. And I'll be God, he would take it all down, and he found a way. He'd crawl underneath something. He'd jump over the top of something. He'd just pull it down or rearrange it and slide through it. And even right here a week ago, this is what, Thursday? Like, even a week ago, I was trying to take him to the bathroom and pick him up and take him to the bathroom, help him walk to the bathroom. And he was still like pulling me down. Like, when he would resist, he would pull his arms back, almost falling on top of him, because he was still crazy strong. Like, he was no bigger than the water bottle, but my God, he had the strength of 10 men. It's insane. Ninja, man, y'all have no idea. Sneaky. He was sneaky. He found a way out of the house so many times. The sheriff's department, Mr. King, we got your dad down here at the house, down here, just down the street, 4:00 in the morning. He was a trip. My dad was strong. Even right here at the end, my dad was strong. He was nothing like nothing but muscle right here at the end. Crazy. It's crazy to believe that, like, literally a little bit over a week ago, last Monday, I took a video of him. And I think I talked about this on the We Need to Talk. He was eating some yogurt, and then he was drinking a Sprite. And this was like the last day where he was able to talk intelligible, where you could kind of make out a couple of things. And I actually have on video the last time that he told me that he loved me. I was feeding him some yogurt. He ate three cups of yogurt in that setting, and he was drinking some Sprite. And I had my camera on my phone going, and I got in his face, and I said, "I love you." He said, "I love you." And I said, "I know you do." And then he repeated, he said, "I know you do." And I actually have that on video. And I'll carry it with me my whole life. Yeah, man, my dad's my hero. He's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Smart man, hardworking, very loving, very supportive. My ex, here, I'll talk about my ex-wife real quick. This is when we were just started dating. This is Caleb and Jacob's mom. She was in a lease with somebody, and they started to bring, like, I guess, drugs and stuff in the house that they were like living in or whatever. So she was trying her best to get out of the lease, and they wanted $300 like that. Well, she was fresh out of high school, and she had a part-time job. She didn't have the money. So, and we'd only been dating for, like, I don't know, maybe a month at the time. And I was telling my dad about what was going on and that she was having a hard time. So, and that she needed $300 to get out of the lease, and I was going to try to help her, but I couldn't help her. So, like, later on that day, like, the whole day goes by, and I come back home from whatever I was doing, and there was an envelope that was on the table, and it had my name on it. I open the envelope, and it's $300 cash. My dad just, for somebody that he hadn't even met yet, he hadn't even met her there. He hadn't even met her at that point. But because it was something that I was talking to him about and something I wanted to do, my dad went and got $300 out of the bank to give to her so she could break her lease and get out of that situation. And that's the type of man he was. That's just the type of dude he was. Almost Home, Mercy Me. We're listening to a lot of those good songs. What's going on with Anita? I'm gonna try to scroll back up. Oh yeah, it's rough, Anita. Dementia is very, very, very tough. Very tough to watch. Thank you, Cindy. My dad was just an amazing person. Hey, Scott. Yes. Yeah. You take those vows for better, for worse. Most people mean for the better. When they mean sickness and health, they usually mean health these days. But yes, that's very awesome that he is still committed to taking care of her, Scott. Yep. That's what you do when you love somebody. When you love somebody, you're there for them through the good times, to the bad times. You don't give up. You don't run. Thank you, Hazel. Oh yeah, how great they're. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach. I have not been eating. I have not been eating that much, just because going through all of this, I decided I was going to actually do a fast because I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat anyway. So I said, you know what, let's do it for good. So I'm actually doing a fast right now. So my stomach is like, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope you guys can't. My stomach's saying eat, but I'm just not going to. We're caring for her now. Scott, please share the poem. Man, don't hear my stomach. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Here, whenever it starts to do it, I'm going to mute the microphone. Oh my gosh, I hope that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Uh, yeah, I'm just using. I just knew that I wouldn't be able to eat, so I'm using it as a fast and just kind of praying through it. Um, Mass, thank you very much. Yesterday we had my old man played at his funeral. Oh, here we go. Man, sorry. We had My Old Man played at his funeral. It was the last song played at his funeral. And there's that part where it says, My old man, I hope he's proud of who I am. Then later on it says, I'm trying to fill the boots of my old man. Dude, my stomach's just going crazy right now. But you can't you can't hear mine over yours. Oh man. Linda said, I have no clue what you're talking about. Please tell us what you're going through, I guess. I'm not gonna eat though. I'm using it to get rid of this fat that I put on over 2020. I'm trying to get ripped again. Um, who was that who said something? Linda. Hi, Linda. My father passed away on Saturday morning, so I'm just saying thank you to everybody for well wishes, prayers, condolences. I've seen a lot of messages from people, a lot of comments, and I just wanted to say thank you and that I love you guys so much, and just kind of share a little bit of kind of share a couple stories about my dad, talk about who my dad was as a person and everything. Of course, the party. I love Emily. All right, let's look at Scott. Okay, I see where Scott has shared his poem kind of in part. So I'm going to read it real quick. If you guys can read Scott's poem, let's kind of read it all together. I'm not going to like read it out loud, but that's absolutely beautiful, Scott. Absolutely beautiful. So you know what's going on. You know how I feel because I sat there and I held my dad. I sat there and I held my dad and rubbed his head. And Saturday morning, I told him it was okay for him to let go. That it was, that there's no need to hold on anymore. His breathing, he was doing some weird stuff with his breathing, and I could tell that we were getting close. I did not realize that it was going to be like 2 hours later, just that quick. But I thought that it would probably be later on that day, maybe tomorrow. Thought maybe he'd hold on for another couple of days, but it was literally like 2 hours later. But I told him I loved him. It was okay to let go. I got right down in his face, and I was rubbing the back of his head, like kind of rubbing his hair and everything. And I told him it was okay. I gave him a kiss on the forehead and told him it was okay to let go. And it was like 2 hours later, he was gone. Just that quick. Scott, that was absolutely beautiful. I know the feeling. Love you, man. Prayers to you. Just be there. and just cherish this last little bit. Eric, share it, man. Share it in this. Share it on a, share it in a comment. If it's something you want to share, please share it. Canon, yes. Hold on to those. Hold on to those conversations. They're what keep you going. That's what you get to hold on to. Very true, Tracy. Philip, woo, woo, Philip, you just brought a whole bunch of truth there, man. Thank you so much. Free King family. This is unjust. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Margaret. That's right. This is kind of what happened. He ate maybe half a cup of yogurt on Friday morning and then drank like one sip of Sprite. But then his RN came in Friday around 1 p.m. to do her weekly check, and she kind of noticed that he seemed like he was in a little bit of pain. And we had a care box that hospice gave us that if he got into pain, that when he's in hospice care, the primary goal is comfort measures, because to be in hospice care, it's given 6 months to live. So there's no rehabbing it. There's no trying to fix it at that point. They just want the patient to be comfortable. So she gave him the lowest dosage of morphine that's recommended to give, just to kind of let the body, kind of just rest and relax a little bit. And from that, he just got really relaxed. He went to sleep. But it was very different Friday night. It was a different kind of sleep. And then Saturday morning, it was just very, very apparent that it was not going to be much longer. But like I said, I never would have thought that it was going to be 2 hours. Never. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, Rose. So sorry. Yeah, thank you, Lynette. I've actually listened to Million Miles a couple of times through this, because of Angelina's message about her grandfather. So I have actually listened to it a couple of times. Dementia, man, it just gets you. So sad. I'm very appreciative that I've seen some people, some of my old teammates on my old team at work. They donated some money to the Alzheimer's Association, and pretty much anything that I will probably do if I ever do like nonprofit fundraising on the channel, on Instagram, or anything like that, it will probably always go towards Alzheimer's Association, dementia research, stuff like that. I would like to try to use this platform for good for those like fundraising measures. So I'll probably do that going forward. I don't know what kind of way or what I can actually do for fundraising. It'd be weird to do like reactions for fundraising. So I don't really know what I could do, but if I ever figure something out, it will probably be for that. Hold on, let me look. James, what's he saying? Just sent you a poem. Thank you, Eric. I will definitely check it out. Oh man, sorry, Erica. James, what is this that I'm reading, James? Thank God we didn't go through any type of chest tube or anything like that. Um, he just kind of, he just kind of lived until his body just ran out. That's so sad, Anita. See, that's why I decided to go against the nursing home. Like we were waiting, and if you go back and look at some of those live feeds, some of those live streams that I did a couple months ago, um, I was going to go the nursing home route because I thought maybe taking care of him at this capacity would be too hard at first. Um, but while we were waiting for nursing home placement, he started to give up in the hospital, and they called me to his side twice. And just hearing my voice, he woke up and was able to eat and was able to drink and respond. So I just figured that, you know what, if he's doing this twice with me, I need to bring him home and just let him live however much longer he's going to live. If he's responding to me, then that means he needs me, and I can give him something that he needs. And when it's his time, he'll go if I'm here. So I just I figured that was the best way to do it, and that's what I did. But I knew that if he went to a nursing home, that we would not get to see him, and he would die alone. And I definitely did not want that to happen. So yeah, I just couldn't do it. That's why I made the choice to bring him back here. Wow, wow, Reed. My dad, he didn't know by name. He didn't really know by name who I was, but he knew who I was. Like he couldn't say my name or like put a name on me, but I think he knew the whole time who I was, that I was a son. Um, so I don't know. That bond was still there. Like it didn't. I don't think that part of it completely went away. Thank you, Hazel. Amanda, thank you. I won't let go, Rascal. Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah, I thought it was some kind of poem there. Thank you so much, James. That's pretty awesome. Margaret, so you're going through exactly what I just went through. Prayers to you. Prayers to you. It's tough. Prayers to you. Linda, it's tough. Aaron, thank you. Thank you, Vasadi. Appreciate it. Yeah, he is back with my mom. He's with my mom. He's with his mom. He's with one of my brothers that we lost back in 2008. He's with my nephew, his grandson that we lost back in 1990. My nephew was only 2 years old when he passed. He's there with one of his brothers that my dad lost a brother when my dad was 16. My uncle CL was only 18 years old when he died. Um, so yeah, he's back with everybody. More importantly, he's with the Father, and he knows everything now. So that's pretty awesome. There's no more questioning, no more being sick, no more wondering what's going on. Like he knows everything now. Crazy Uso. You know what? My day is actually going pretty good. I got up, got the boys to school. I went to the gym and had a nice long workout. I did chest today. I did chest. I did abs. I did some cardio. I'm feeling very well. I've been in the gym. working through all of this stuff. Yesterday was the only day that I didn't go. Um, but I'm feel pretty good today. I went to the gym, protein shake. Now I got a metabolism booster here. This is peach mango green tea. It's an acquired taste. The first time I tasted it, I thought it was nasty. I actually like it now. Oh, Scott. The only thing that my dad did is when I had to, like, when we got him, when me and his CNA got ready to give him his shower, or when I had to take him to the bathroom and change him and clean him up. And let me tell you, I'm going to say this humorously because it kind of is funny. You do not know. Hold on. I'm going to sit up for this. Hold up. There is a different kind of love when you have to change another grown man's drawers and clean him. I'm just going to say that's a whole different side of love. Whoa. But he was worth it. But let me tell you, that's a whole different side of love. But back to what Scott said here. He didn't go too crazy about that. Like, like there would be times where he'd like, leave me alone. And he kind of felt shame sometimes. Like he tried to cover himself up because he thought that people were going to see him that way when he'd get ready to go and get in the shower. But I just tried my best to reassure him, it's just us. We're here. You got to get a bath, got to feel better. It'll make you feel refreshed. You'll feel good. And then he would kind of calm down. But he didn't really go too crazy about, leave me alone or who are y'all and stuff like that. He didn't get too bad. My dad was always kind of level, kind of on the level and pretty low key. And those characteristics and just how he was as a person, that stayed with him throughout this. So he didn't really go over the top. I have not worked today. Hold on, let me go. How are the boys doing? Hey, Jonathan, thanks for coming back. Thank you, PG. Didn't work today. I go back to work on Monday. I took the rest of this week off. Thank you so much, Linda. The worst thing is survivor's grief. You're right, man. Let's talk about that for a second. I pretty much have stayed home outside of going to the gym and then going to Texas for the Rose Bowl with Jacob because my dad went into the hospice facility for respite care. I've pretty much been confined to the house for almost a year. The last time I stayed away overnight from my dad while he was here at the house was back, I think, in July. I helped Christina with one of her weddings that was a couple hours away. And I stayed when we got finished with her breakdown, we stayed at her apartment. And then I came home the next day because I could see on my camera that my dad was kind of having a rough time. And that was the last night that I was actually able to stay away from him. So I've pretty much been confined to the house and not really been able to do anything outside of that Texas trip. So this is the part where it's kind of weird. Like, I feel guilty for being able to breathe a little bit. But at the same time, it feels good to breathe a little bit. It's a weird feeling. Like, I miss him. And it's so weird to not be able to take care of him, to not be able to get him up every day and take him to the bathroom and get him changed and get him cleaned and to help him get in the shower because the nurses are coming, or to help feed him food and stuff like that. But at the same time, it is kind of like now I kind of get the chance if I want to go on a trip, if I want to, and I'm seriously considering tomorrow when the boys go back to their mom, I'm seriously considering packing a bag and just driving with no destination in mind, just driving. And wherever I end up Friday night is where I end up. Wherever I end up on Saturday night is where I end up. And then come back sometime on Sunday to get ready for Monday. but it's really weird to feel that breath, to take that breath. Uh, but you kind of feel guilty for it too. So yeah, there's that. Let's go back up for a second. Where's the? It is Hazel. Oh, Mary, that's rough. It's rough. So sorry. 16 surgeries, Rose. Wow. Mm. Thank you, Jameson. Mm. Erica, so sorry. Oh, Scott. Oh, man. That's heartbreaking. Oh, man. That just shatters my heart just to read that. Oh, yeah. Hold on to him, Vasati. Cherish every time, however much longer you got. I'm glad they're healthy and strong too. 2 months ago, he had COVID 92. I'm so sorry, Judy. Man, it seems like it's rough for a lot of people out there. Everybody's got something that they're going through. It's just rough for everybody right now. Ooh, that jumped. Yep, Michael. Yeah, they don't know their limitations. Yeah, my dad would still try to get up and try to walk around, not knowing that he could easily trip. He never broke anything. He had a couple of falls about a month ago, but they were more just kind of like him. He would stand up and then kind of fall down from his chair, and he would fall in a weird position, and he kind of slide, kind of like slowly fall, slide out of the chair. He didn't have anything where he was trying to walk and like tripped and like just pow or fell or hurt himself. So oh, feeling, not freaking. Okay. Wendy, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, though. Lung cancer. Green eyes. Hello. Married 65 years. Wow. It's amazing. Oh, I've listened to all of that. How great thou art. I've listened to all that stuff. My old man. Um, I mean, you listen to so many things. Go Rest High on That Mountain. Mark Harris is a Christian singer. He has a song called Wish You Were Here. That's a beautiful song from the perspective of someone that's passed away, saying, Don't cry for me. I'm finally free. Then talks about all the activities that he's doing in heaven, saying that I wish you were here with me. So that's a really good song. We played that yesterday. Amazing Grace, My Chains Are Gone. My daughter sang that yesterday. She had to fight through the emotions and the tears, but she did a beautiful job. Like I said, My Old Man was the last song we played yesterday. Um, yes, Wendy, everybody on social media has been amazing. The King fam, you guys are a blessing. I love you guys so much. And that's why I'm doing this. I wanted just to say thank you to you guys. I mean, you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea. I haven't went down and like hearted everything, but just to see that you guys care so much. Like I've told people that I talk to that it's amazing that Nicholas, thank you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about your father. Dude, that's very sweet. Thank you very much. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I tell everybody that I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy that jumped on the reaction train because I've seen people do it. I used to watch people do it. I've said that before. Like I used to watch Brother Sam back in the day. Um, I used to watch Dramacide a little bit before I got started. I used to watch, several people back in the day, and I enjoyed that feeling that I had, kind of seeing them react to stuff and sharing that first time thing with them again. So I jumped on that train, and I'm just a normal guy that just does that. And to see that there are so many people that we connect with, me and the boys connect with, um, it's just amazing the amount of love and support that you guys have shown from all over the world. It's amazing. Mm. Thank you, Denise. A live update on my trip about what I'm doing. Uh, I might. I might. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I don't even know if I'm really going to do it, but I don't even know. But I don't know. I don't know. I did want to go to Gatlinburg a couple of months ago. I wanted to go to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, just to get up in the mountains and get away from everything. I may do that. I may find myself there. All I know is that I'm going to cut the phone off. I'm getting off social media. I'm only going to be accessible to the boys and my daughter, like just my family. Um, and I just need, I'm just going to take some downtime just to process all this stuff. Where are you? Oh wow, I don't think I've ever heard that before. Yes, we got a pretty big family, Hazel. Pretty big family, 25,000 deep worldwide. I agree with that wholeheartedly, Mary. There is much more that we as people have in common than we do that separate us. I believe that 100%. I believe that it is very easy to focus on the negative, the things that keep us apart. When I agree with you. I don't even need to elaborate on that. I 100% agree with you. Down to the river. Thank you, Ariana, Tom, Erica, Eric. Eric's gonna come and see me and give me a hug. You know what, man? I would love that. You know, I used to watch YouTubers back in the day, like Alex Wasabi and Matthew Santoro and FuzzyTube, Roman Atwood. All those people used to have these meetups and stuff. They would schedule meetups and like they'd have all these people like join them at a mall and stuff like that. I would love to be able to do that. I'm nowhere near a million subscribers to be able to do that. But that would really be cool if there was a way that we could like if I could like see some of you guys. That'd be really cool. Eric, I need to get back over to Ireland. I went to Ireland in 2007, and I stayed for a week, but I never left Dublin. I was in Dublin the whole time. I never left Dublin. I want to go back and experience more of Ireland. It's a beautiful country. Austin off the grid. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm so far behind on everything that's come out. I think Voice Play dropped a new one called Bang. Um, I know Austin's dropped two videos. I don't even know what's going on right now. I don't even I wouldn't even know where to begin with doing reactions right now. I've got a rental contact for you. Sit, think, meditate, scream, whatever you need. Mm. What part of Georgia are you going to move to, Rose? South Carolina. I actually want to go to. There's a place in South Carolina called. It's a chapel. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. There's a chapel that's on top of a mountain and it overlooks a mountain valley. I've seen it somewhere. I have it on my phone. I have a tab for it on my phone. I want to take a trip up there and just sit one day at that chapel and just stare out at that mountain valley and just kind of just I don't know, be alone with God there. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but it's going to be sooner rather than later. I have a lot of free time now, so. Linda, what'd you say? I see where you said please, but what else did you say? All I see is please. I could do a fan meetup with 100 followers. You're right. FaceTime option, Instagram. I have done live Instagram and brought a couple of people in. Dublin's gorgeous. If you go to Ireland, the cliffs and castles. Yeah, I need to get outside of Dublin. I did go to. I'm like, there are a lot of cathedrals and churches that are in Dublin. That was pretty awesome to see. You didn't notice that VoicePlay dropped a new one? Come back to the Thomas Riders. What part of Ireland are you in again, Eric? I've asked you before, but I keep forgetting. Across the river from Augusta. That's where you are in South Carolina. Okay. Thank you, Justice. Okay, cool. Thank you, Rose. Me and my best friend are wanting to plan a trip. Please respond to me. What did you say, Linda? I tried to go back and look. What you said. All I saw was please. Linda, what did you resend what you sent? Because I must have missed something somewhere. Riverbank. Not Brad Paisley's Riverbank. I don't know that one. Willie, hello. From Jordan, hello. Arab Deers, thank you. From Jordan, how are things over in your area? Free time to fill it quickly. Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. I love nice views. I love just looking at God's beauty. You do not have any social media. Okay. So what was it that I needed to respond to? I'm responding to you, Linda. What was it that did you send something that I didn't see? Thorn Crown Chapel in Arkansas. I have never been to Arkansas. I want to go to Arkansas. That's pretty cool. Shenandoah Valley. Kildare. Okay. Next door to Dublin. So I was close to you in 2007. I'm going to go back up and look at Linda's past stuff. I must have missed something that Linda said. Okay, I'm going back up to where. I see where you said your father-in-law had died. It's so rough, Linda. I will keep you in my prayers. Hang in there. Yes, you can send a message. Oh, you're only 2 years old. I don't know how old I was in 2007. Yeah, you can send me a message. Here, I'll send this. This is my email. This is the email. I usually don't spam the email with like all kinds of crazy things. This is usually just for personal inquiries. But since Linda doesn't have, I'd say personal inquiries, business inquiries. But since Linda doesn't have any social media here, and yes, I know it says AOL. The website The channel's actually attached to an old AOL address because I used to use this for skating. A glass chapel. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Willie. Yeah, I remember. I'm not receiving messages. I'm not getting any kind of messages right now. The only messages that I'm getting is I'm only seeing the chat, so I'm not getting any kind of other messages right now, Linda. So we've been going for excuse me. We've been going for an hour. Other 10 people. I just use it because it was easier just to stay with the AOL address. Most everything else that I do is through Gmail. Hang in there, Linda. Send me an email. Send me an email on the email address that I put in the chat. Send me an email and we'll talk back and forth. I will definitely be praying for you. You hang in there, okay? You hang in there. Okay, so Rose knows what I'm talking about. It's just easier to keep it, yeah. So, thank you, Anita. Yeah, give it. Yeah, Anita. Exactly, Linda. Give it to God. Hang in there. Hang in there. I have learned through all of this, through going through the breakup, and then some other things that have gone on simultaneous with losing my dad, that I take the sadness, the frustration, the pain, the confusion, the hurt, the anger, like everything. I ball it up real good. And I take it to two places, GF and PF, God's Feet and Planet Fitness. Not a paid promotion for Planet Fitness. It's just where I go. And that's really what I've learned to do. I've really had to lean on God spiritually and emotionally, mentally, for a lot of what's been going on. And I have a nice support group that surround me. I have some very special people that have really been here for me during this time period. And if you guys see this, you know who you are. I thank you and I love you so much. And then Planet Fitness, to physically get out the frustrations. You feel so much better when you push some weight, pull some weight, go and run on the elliptical, walk on the treadmill, do the Stairmaster, whatever it is you do. Getting out and doing something physical, it just makes you feel better. And when you feel better physically, you feel better mentally. You feel better emotionally. So I would suggest really put it at God's feet. Go for a walk. Go for a bike ride. Do something. It's how the body works. It's how the body works. It releases those hormones, those endorphins, and then it just takes over. So, and eat good too. Thank you, Eric. Linda, thank you so much. You guys keep Linda in your prayers. Margaret, reach out to me on Instagram. Reach out to me on Instagram. Send me a message on Instagram. Yes, Rose. You get to channel what you're feeling and put it into your performance. You can use it as an outlet. My daughter used to do the same thing when she was in musical theater. Just keep giving it to him, Linda. All right, King fam, we've been going for over an hour now. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Again, thank you all so much. I love each and every one of you so much. You guys have been such a blessing. Thank you for your comments today, for jumping on today, for the messages in the chat. Thank you so much for what you've left on the community tab, for what you've sent on Instagram, for what you've sent on the comments on on the reaction videos. I'll be back. Me and the boys will be back sometime next week. I'm not sure when, but I think I am. I think I am going to use the free time that I have this weekend and probably just take off somewhere. I may do one of those things that people did back in the day. Start driving somewhere, and then when you get to an intersection, or probably in my case, once I get to an interstate exchange, I may flip a coin. Heads go right, tails go left, and then just keep doing that until I end up somewhere. I don't know, but I definitely think I'm going to go off and just de-stress and just take a break. But you guys take it easy. Thank you all so much. Yes, Anita. Josh, thank you so much. Love you guys. Continue praying for me and the boys. The boys did a really, really good job. Let me talk about this for just a second. The boys have done a really good job staying strong. Yesterday, when it was time to do the last viewing of my dad and then move to the family room before they closed him up, Caleb and Jacob took that pretty hard. That hit them pretty hard. That was when they started crying like the most, and it hit them the most. And that's when they wanted to reach in and hold his hand and touch him for a minute. Something happens to you in that last second, that last minute. Like something happens to you. Love takes over, and just happened in that moment. But last night they were doing good. We watched TV together. They were on tablet and phone. We watched some TV together and just kind of just sat on the couch and just hung out. And they got up, went to school this morning. They were ready for school. I'm sure they're having a wonderful day. They'll be home in about an hour and a half. But they are doing as well as can be expected. They go back to their mom tomorrow, and I think she's got like a whole weekend of cool stuff planned for them. So I think they're gonna be good. But I'll be okay. Just keep their little hearts in your prayers. But they are actually doing really good. So love you guys. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's the weekend. Be safe. Have fun. Take care of yourself. Spend time with your loved ones. I look forward to messages on Instagram. I look forward to comments on this. We'll be back in just a few days. So thanks for staying with us. Hang on a little bit longer. And I gotta see where to start. I don't even know where to start because so much has dropped. But yeah, I'll see you guys in just a few days. Thank you all so much. Love you so much. God be with all of you. Thank you. We love you. Hold on. Let's see what this is. I'm going to show this real quick. There we go. Green lion. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you on the next one.